Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep. It is out of here. 7:56. Bonds stands alone.
Now Booker with Tucker on him. Throws it up for 8. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. What a block from Giannis.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead.
Minute remaining. And they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Yes. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Tap Room Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan. Stacks on stacks, lads. Joined with my guy, Mr. Big Baller Ben Larson. Live and direct Sunday night. NFL Week 9 almost wrapped up. We have Monday Night Football, which we'll get to. We're gonna recap Monday. We're gonna recap the NFL slate, etc. But how we are being brought to you by the Sharps app, SHARPZ, straight to your mobile device. Use promo code JORD517. It's free to download, free to use. Track your bets, become a better. Sharps app. How we doing, Ben?
Doing good, man. It was a chalk day in the NFL, which means I had a good day betting. So you cannot complain about that.
It's been a chalky year, dude.
It has been a chalk year. You got to pick and choose what lines are gonna hit, even with that chalk. And today was a good day there. So I was talking to you live betting, not so much, but overall positive day. So that makes me happy.
That's what it's all about. Stay positive. Yeah,
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. NFL has not been too kind to me. But
Because you're always on them dogs.
I am a majority dog better, yes, in the NFL, but I don't know, it's been a fucking weird year, dude. It's like I don't know. I just feel like a lot of teams are fucking have packed it in already.
Yep.
And which is usually not the case for like professional teams, but I don't know, there's just such a big disparity between like some of these teams, like the top echelon teams and the bottom. And
I was just about to say that, yeah.
And I mean, that was a big reason why I didn't even fucking touch the Ravens-Broncos game.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, the Ravens are probably going to just fucking smoke them. And sure enough, they did.
Yeah.
I was on Miami, though, so that was a nice dub. But
That was tough. I was on Buffalo on that one.
Yeah.
That was a tough one.
It was a crazy game, man.
Yeah, came down to the last 2 minutes on that drive. Or that game.
Yeah. And but yeah, it's been a wild fucking year, man. You could basically just blindly bet the Lions every week, and it's fucking you're gonna win.
Yeah, best team in football. Oh no, Kansas City is still the only undefeated team. So
yeah, but Lions look fucking good. Also, Jordan Love is playing on like one. He would look really fucking hurt. I was surprised he went back out there.
Yep.
To be honest, but
yeah, even that second half. I mean, his last play before halftime. You saw him limping around out there, so
yeah. Before we get to football, though, I do want to talk MLB real quick because we haven't talked since the Dodgers won the World Series.
Yeah, whatever.
And we called it on Tuesday night. We said the series was over the next game. They went down 5-0, and then the Yankees just became a little league team and gave up.
Man, if you took that money line at 5-0, ooh man, you were a happy camper there.
Yep. Yeah, you were. I mean, shit.
I did not.
What was the line?
I don't know. I saw it when it was 3-0. I was tempted to take it, and it was like plus. I want to say it was like plus 375.
Okay.
And that was at the end of the first. So when it was at 5, and I think they went to the fourth, and it was 5-0.
Oh,
so
shit.
if you got it there, man, you were probably at plus 1,000,
probably more
750 area. Like,
had to have been a good number being fucking 5 runs down. But yeah, that shit was that was a crazy fucking game, man. That was
It really was.
Going out with the World Series, having the best game, I thought was like that was good.
Yep.
That was
And it
the
must be
best.
nice for LA to not have or to have a trophy that doesn't have Mickey Mouse ears on it. So
Yeah, I mean it's just crazy because like I still 100% will stand by that the Padres were the best team.
oh, absolutely.
They just didn't win that. Couldn't fucking hit the last 2 games, and
Yep, the bats went ice cold for that Dodger bullpen, and hats off to the Dodger bullpen.
yeah,
Um,
they pitched
they
lights
came
out,
out,
dude.
yeah, they came out strong, and got the win there. Played well in the Mets series, played well in the Yankees series. And if it wasn't for their bullpen, they wouldn't have been there, wouldn't have even gotten close to winning it.
Yep.
So, we were right. The team, who won that the CS with whether it was the
The DS.
sorry, the DS, yeah. Whether it was the Padres or the Dodgers were going to win the World Series, and that was just the best 2 teams going at it.
Yep. Agreed.
And it
It's crazy too because like the Dodgers won the World Series and like the World Series, like Mookie and Otani were basically like they didn't do anything.
yeah, they each had like 1 or 2 good at bats.
But I mean, like Freddie carried.
Oh, absolutely.
Freddie carried. Tommy Edman played
Mhm.
well. But I mean, aside from those 2, really, I mean, it was like a lot of inconsistency from
Mhm.
that Dodgers lineup, and it really was their bullpen. Their bullpen really did fucking carry them, and yeah, man. I mean, got to tip your cap, and then Walker Buehler came in and closed the game.
Yeah, and I think the big thing about World Series and really getting that deep into playoffs is you have to have people step up who normally wouldn't step up. I mean, Freddie is one of those guys who will definitely step up every
Yep.
single time, but you had a different individual just stand out. I mean, Edmund Muncy in the series against the Mets. Will Smith had a game where he kind of changed things around. Gavin Lux he was Jekyll and Hyde the whole time, but there were individuals who made contributions that normally wouldn't be that person that you look to.
Right.
And again, that's what you need to win World Series.
Yeah. No, you always need like someone that normally, isn't like one of your big players to step up for sure. And I mean on the flip side, the Yankees had that like the last couple games, like fucking Volpe had a big game and Austin Wells had a good game, and so I mean it really looked like they were turning a corner as a team really, and then Judge had a big home run in the game. What was that? 6, 5? I mean 5.
5, yeah.
So it is what it is. But again, like when you have guys like Judge, like the Dodgers were able to overcome it with Otani and Mookie, but the Yankees weren't really able to overcome the lack of production that Judge gave them. Lucky for them, they faced the fucking Royals and the Guardians in the CS, and it didn't really matter. But they couldn't overcome it against a good team.
Yeah. Yeah, and what do the Yankees do? I mean, I don't think there really is anything you can do with Judge in the postseason, and how just absent he's been year after year.
Yeah, I mean it's a career thing at this point. I mean you just gotta hope that he just gets out of the funk. You know what I mean? Like could honestly just take like 1-2 good games and he just flips it around. I mean the guy's way too good of a hitter to be that bad, but it's crazy, bro. It's like at this point it's like his entire postseason career he just isn't good.
No.
You know what I mean? And like you would think having Soto on your team would improve you because, he's basically getting on base every fucking time for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Stanton behind him who is fucking smacking the ball during the playoffs too. So it's like, teams don't want to walk Soto and you to get to Stanton with runners on base. So it's like, he really was just swinging and missing at a lot of pitches that he doesn't normally swing and miss at. So you just gotta hope that he figures it the fuck out.
Yeah, because
Uh,
I mean, you obviously aren't trading him. You can't. I mean, maybe you dump him in the lower end of the lineup to give that
you still need
point.
his like presence there though.
Yeah, yeah, but man, he was not good. What did he finish up at? Like 140?
I think he was like 152.
Okay.
Definitely wasn't. It definitely was under 200.
Oh yeah. Well, I can't believe the line came out minus or what it was 297.
Yeah, that was way too fucking high.
Like, are you kidding me?
Way too fucking high. What was I gonna say? So I mean, really, where did the Yankees go from here, Ben?
I mean, what Garrett Cole optioned out.
Yeah.
So he has till the end of the week to restructure the contract with New York to see if
Well, they can add on an extra year,
that's what it is. Okay.
or he can like renegotiate his deal. I think he did it as a negotiating tactic, or like he could have made a really big gamble thinking that, oh, if I opt out, the Yankees are going to tack on that additional year regardless,
Mhm.
which will make it a 4-year deal.
Mhm.
So, we'll see. But the guy genuinely, he likes being a Yankee. So
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't think he's going to go anywhere. Bigger question
Yeah.
is what happens with Soto.
What happens to Soto? Yep. Well, and he's going to garner, and we've already seen him say like he doesn't have an allegiance to New York.
No.
That all teams are open and on the table, so he's going to be looking for that deal.
Yeah.
And who's going to give him Shohei money, basically?
The New York Metropolitans.
The Mets. I think the Giants take a swing at it. I think you might even see like Detroit take a swing on it.
I think he gets into New York in the Mets front office, Ben, and I think Steve Cohen says, "Here's a check with nothing on it. You put what number you want on there, dude." I honestly, the way Cohen is and the success that the Mets had this year, I don't see him not being a Met, dude.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody else getting that money that he's gonna get for the Mets. I think the Mets might offer him $700 million.
Yeah, I'm thinking 650 to 700. And the only reason why I say San Francisco might be in on it is because we did offer Shohei, a huge contract. He ended up going obviously just across town. You've got Buster in there, so they're going to be looking to spend money to keep Buster's name successful in San Francisco.
Yeah, but I think Buster
and they need a bat.
I think Buster Posey's smart enough though, where he knows the success of the Giants and he's seen the success of the Giants, and it starts with pitching. So
yeah,
I think his main priority is going to be pitching first and foremost, and that's re-signing Blake Snell and solidifying that bullpen, because that bullpen was a fucking mess last year.
Yes.
Outside of Ryan Walker, it's really fucking, Duvall just fell apart.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't disagree with you there on that, but the Giants have been looking for a bat ever since Barry Bonds left.
Sure, but I mean, you have Tyler Fitzgerald, who looks really good.
But he's not going to be, he doesn't have that presence that Soto would have. Nobody has the presence that Soto has.
Nah, but this is the thing, dude. Is like, okay, you spend that money on Soto, you're not going to re-sign Snell. So you're going to go into next year with like Logan Webb, Robbie Ray, Hayden Birdsong, and Kyle Harrison is like your starting rotation. I don't know, dude.
No, you need one more.
But if you commit $700 million, dude, the Giants aren't going to just like fork out.
Well, but they'll fucking defer
dude.
it like the Dodgers did.
Soto ain't taking deferred money. I wouldn't.
What's that?
Soto's not taking deferred money.
Not as much as Shohei did, but I wouldn't be surprised if he signed like a $700 million deal and 100 of it was deferred.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, still, like, the Giants don't have coin like the fucking Dodgers and the Mets.
It's
do.
true.
Like the Dodgers and Mets have like the Dodgers, Mets, and Blue Jays have like gazillion dollars, dude. Like they have unlimited amount of money. Like they can fucking afford whatever the fuck they want. And then you got teams like the Detroit Tigers, the Illiches have a fucking shit ton of money, right?
Padres.
The Padres. Like you have these middle of the pack teams. The Giants are in there, the Astros. But I still don't like. I don't see them signing a Soto and signing someone else. Like I think if a team like that, the Cubs, I would throw in there too. Like if they sign Soto, like that's their addition. That's their offseason move, and then it's like a bunch of small moves.
Yeah. Well, what I don't want to see is them sign Pete Alonso and be like, "Oh yeah, this is our big bat."
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad addition for the Giants, though.
Pete Alonso is not what he used to be. He looked horrible in the playoffs.
Nah, he hit like 2 big ass home runs.
He hit 2 home runs in 3 series.
Nah, he hit like 3 home runs.
He did not look great in the playoffs.
I mean, neither did Judge, and he's making fucking $550 million or whatever it is. I mean, you gotta have a balance, dude. You have to have and also like, you know, you guys are gonna get Jung-Hoo Lee back.
Yeah, that's huge.
Heliot Ramos looks like a fucking player. So I mean, the Giants have like young talent, dude. Like now it's just about sprinkling like seasoned vets, dude. But if I was the Giants, I would rather go and re-sign Blake Snell and then go get a guy like fucking Anthony Santander.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or go trade for a Vlad Guerrero Jr.
The Blue Jays aren't trading him, dude. You guys, everyone can keep this pipe dream up, dude. They would have traded him during the trade deadline, bro.
They still thought they had a shot.
No, they didn't think they had a shot. They said that we're gonna rebuild around Vlad and Bo Bichette.
Yeah, but if Vlad and Bo Bichette, Vlad and Bo Bichette, don't want to be part of that rebuild.
I mean, the Blue Jays have so much money, Ben.
Yeah,
they can they're gonna try and sign players.
They got a lot of work to do, and they're in a tough division right now. And that's part of the reason why I think that the Giants need to spend is because they're in a really tough division right now.
I mean, hey, there's been some rumors that the Orioles could make an offer to Juan Soto.
Jesus,
because they got a new owner in David Rubenstein, who apparently is willing to spend money. Apparently, reportedly, we'll find out when it comes to this. Is really his first offseason as owner, so
yeah.
But that would be fucking massive. But I still, dude, I just do not see Juan Soto signing anywhere but the fucking Mets, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I think Steve Cohen just end of the day is like, bro, what do you want?
Yeah.
He's gonna give him the Kawhi deal. We'll give you access to our private jet. Fucking all that stupid shit.
Top headline: Giants linked to top free agent, setting up fans for disappointment again.
Who wrote that?
Fan sided. So you have Snell opted out.
Yep. Which was also gonna happen after
Flores exercised his fucking player option.
What's his player option though?
3.5 million, nothing.
Yeah.
Robbie Ray declined to opt out, so he'll remain with the Giants for 25-26.
Yep.
Yeah, we're in on Soto. That's pretty much all.
And on Soto, but they're not signing Soto.
Yeah. Oh, it's a pipe dream. That's for damn sure.
They're going to end up with like Teoscar Hernandez.
Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, Teo's nice, dude. Like, I've been telling people, like...
He's no Soto, though.
I've been telling people, like, I wouldn't be shocked if, like, the Tigers sign him.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Tigers have hella left-handed bats. They need a right-handed bat. And they need an outfielder. So it like makes a ton of sense. But obviously you'd rather have Soto regardless of fucking lefty, righty, or whatever.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting. It'll be this is gonna be a fascinating offseason, dude. There's a lot of big free agents, and the Dodgers probably signing Willie Adames. They're probably the number one destination for Adames. And I'm hearing that Tanner Scott is, really down. It's probably going to be the Orioles, Dodgers, and then maybe the Yankees and the Chicago Cubs could get involved.
Mm-hmm.
Tanner Scott's probably going to be the most sought after relief pitcher in the market. Clay Holmes is going to be a free agent. Probably won't command a big deal that he probably would have gotten if he continued his first part of the season on the later parts. But that's a dude that you can probably get at a good value because he had a down second half of the year. Could probably get some good value on him. Blake Trinan's a free agent. So there's a lot of free agents, man.
Are you surprised with any of these Gold Glove winners?
Did they announce the winners?
Yeah.
I didn't see who won.
So for catcher, you have his first Gold Glove and Patrick Bailey.
Who won the Platinum Glove?
I don't know. That's not on my list.
On there. Who won Gold Glove for center fielder in the NL? If it's
first base Christian Walker, second base Bryce Terang, third base Max Chapman,
okay,
shortstop Tovar, left field Ian Happ, center field Brenton Doyle.
Yeah. If Brenton Doyle didn't win, I was gonna tell you I don't care who fucking the winners are, because if he doesn't win the Platinum Glove, then they could just fucking stop giving these awards out. Who won the right field Gold Glove?
Right field Sal Frolic.
Okay.
Pitcher Chris Sale.
All right.
And utility Jared Trillo.
Okay.
A lot of first times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 first time Gold Glove winners.
Okay, what about the AL?
AL, you have catcher Cal Raleigh.
Okay.
First base Carlos Santana.
All right.
Second base Jimenez.
Okay.
Third base Bregman.
Okay.
Shortstop Bobby Witt.
Okay.
Left field Stephen Kwan.
Okay.
Center Dalton Varsho.
Okay, yeah, deserved.
Right field Wilyer Abreu. Pitcher Seth Lugo. And Dylan Moore is your utility. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 first time winners there.
Well, at least fucking Juan Soto didn't win a Gold Glove, because that was a fucking joke that he was a finalist.
Yeah. 14 first time winners.
Nice.
Out of the
Doyle will be a fucking reoccurring
20
Gold Glove winner. That's for sure.
I think Patrick Bailey has a chance to win a couple. Bryce Terang probably does.
Yeah, Patrick Bailey, especially if they because they keep framing statistics now, like stealing strikes, and he like steals the most strikes.
Yeah,
like he's the best framer. So if that continues to be like, once the automated strike zone goes away or starts, if it ever does, then I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, as far as like framing pitches and stuff, he's like hands down the best in the fucking league.
No. I mean, obviously Bobby Witt's gonna win $1 million. Bregman will probably win $1 million. Both of their first.
I mean, there's a lot of good defensive shortstops, though.
Yeah, the two other finalists were Rocchio and Volpe.
Yeah, and Rocchio's hella good defensive shortstop. Yeah. Just so happens he made 2 big errors in the fucking playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's how it goes, though.
Yep.
No, he's a good defensive shortstop. Will his bat ever be good enough to keep him in a lineup every day? I don't know.
That's a good point.
Oh, no, that's the problem. That's like Dylan Moore's problem. That's why Dylan Moore's a utility infielder now, or utility fielder. It's hard to play him every day because he fucking can't hit a fucking beach ball. All right, we'll be doing more. We'll be doing baseball related shows throughout the off season to get up to date on free agency, because free agency basically starts this week. We probably won't have big names signed really until like the winter meetings in a few weeks. So, but we'll keep up to date on the show, and and then we'll start to ramp up our preview shows for next season a little earlier this year, I think, so we can get more in depth. And we're gonna be doing a lot of baseball content from off season into next season. We are gonna be doing a baseball only show, which we will announce shortly. We'll have more information on that, but very excited for MLB in the off season, man. I'm very stoked. But let's hop into these games, Ben, from NFL this Sunday. We'll start with the Sunday night game. We had Indy at Minnesota. The game closed -5.5. Minnesota laying it. The total was 46. Minnesota wins 21-13. Therefore, they cover the 5.5, and the total goes under. Just a joke of a fucking game from the Colts. I mean, you bench Anthony Richardson because you say Joe Flacco gives you the best chance to win, and your offense averages the least amount of EPA per expected points per average per play today, 0.035 points per play. They were awful, dude. I'm sitting there watching the game, and I tweeted out in the second half, I was like, so what's the point of benching Anthony Richardson? Like, what's the point of it?
Yeah.
Like, you should play the young man, dude. At least he could fucking run. Like, Joe Flacco's a fucking statue back there, dude. Under pressure, fucking can't get away from the rush, and he's missing wide open throws. He had a third and 2, Ben, and he fucking has a wide open, I don't know if it was Jonathan Taylor, if it was Sermon, on the flat, easy first down, dude, and he fucking throws it 16 yards downfield, almost gets fucking picked off. It's like, bro, it's a reason Joe Flacco's 40 years old and he's a backup quarterback, dude. Like, yeah, it was a fun run with him last year and shit, but dude, why the fuck is Anthony Richardson not starting?
Yeah. I mean, for all of that, he's sitting on the sidelines fucking yawning because it was such a boring ass game.
Yeah, the game was fucking terrible.
It's get him more snaps. I mean, he missed half of the year last year, so you can't even say more than half of the year last year. You can't even say that he's had, a year and now a half of experience. Get him those reps. But I mean, we all know that he was drafted too high.
I mean, he was drafted off his athletic ability.
Yeah. Which he has shown.
He's definitely like, when you talk about a project, like he was always a project.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes you gotta work on that project for it to get better. And not giving him snaps is, hindering him and really hindering your team, because at least you have that run option when he's in there.
Yep.
Flacco had a whole -1 yard today.
Oh, he can't fucking run, dude. He's a fucking statue back there. It was just, it was terrible to fucking watch that shit. And, I was not on a side in this game at all. But I mean, I was shocked that the Colts were not able to move the ball at all, dude. And a big part of it is because fucking Flacco can't move.
Yeah. Well, and no offensive touchdowns.
Nah.
Yeah. What are you doing, Indianapolis?
Dude, just terrible fucking football out there. I mean, their season's basically over, so it's like, why the fuck do you just not play Anthony Richardson?
Yeah.
Just doesn't make any sense.
At 4-4, you're sitting second in your division. You think you have a chance.
I mean, but Flacco definitely didn't give him the best chance to win today.
No, he definitely didn't. No, not at all.
That shit was disgusting.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the game of the week, which was Detroit at Green Bay. Detroit closed 2.5-point favorites. The total was 49. The total goes under. Detroit wins 24-14. The biggest difference in this game was that interception return for a touchdown in the end of the first half, which
Uh-huh.
Jordan Love, I mean, you just got to get rid of that fucking football, bro. You cannot do that shit. But I mean, you take that away, and this is a totally different game.
Oh yeah, you're going in 10-3 at half instead of 17-3.
Yeah, and it's just a totally different game. And I mean, Green Bay dominated the box score, dude. They had more rushing yards, they had more passing yards. They outgained Detroit by over 100 yards.
Mhm.
They had more first downs. I mean, you look at this and it's like, man, what? This game wasn't even close. How the fuck wasn't this game close? And it was really that turnover. That was the biggest fucking difference, dude.
Mhm.
And then there was a
Yeah,
missed field goal too.
and a million fucking penalties on Green Bay.
Yeah,
They were struggling there, which is surprising when you're at home and you're getting how many,
they had like a lot of false
offside
starts. Yeah,
calls. Um, yeah, it was surprising. We talked about this a little bit earlier too. It's like why do you keep Love out there when he's so hurt? I mean, he didn't have a bad second half, but I mean, you're going into your bye week. You don't want him to get really hurt. You're down 17-3 at half, and he is hobbling out there. He was barely able to move, running down the field to try to get up to the line. Why are you risking him getting hurt again, even longer?
yeah. I thought I was shocked he came back out. He looked like
Yeah.
fucking. He could barely fucking move. But
And you had a mobile quarterback in Willis when it's fucking raining and storming and fucking hell of wind out there,
yeah, that shit was
and
crazy.
you don't use a mobile quarterback.
Yep.
It was pretty interesting to see that thought process there.
Yeah. No, it definitely was. Lions look good though, man. We keep talking about it every week. You can just blindly fucking bet them every week and cashes.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to the Rams at the Seahawks. The Rams closed 1-point favorites. The total was 48. The Rams end up winning 26-20. This was a wild game. The Seahawks led in the half 13-3. Rams came back with the help of the refs in the third quarter. Every time the fucking Seahawks would get a fucking stop, it was like nullified by a fucking penalty. It got comical at one point.
Mhm.
And then they took a 20-13 lead. They scored 20 unanswered, and then the Seahawks came back, tied the game 20-20, and then they get the ball to start overtime. They go down the field, and then on a 4th and 1, they get stuffed, and the Rams come down and they score in the game. The Rams ended up winning 26-20. Fucking Geno is not a very good quarterback. He did throw for 363 yards, but he had some fucking terrible interceptions, dude.
Bad interceptions. Yep.
In the wrong time too, which really cost. I mean, this game should have never gone to overtime. It shouldn't have been close. Like the Seahawks should have won this game.
Yeah.
And if you're the Seahawks, you're looking at this film tomorrow, and you're like, dude, how the fuck did we lose this game? And shout out to Jackson Smith and Jigba, dude. That dude, incredible fucking game, bro.
Yep.
180 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he had 2 insane catches that got nullified by penalties, of course.
Yeah.
Because there was like holding calls on Seattle's offensive line. But man, he had a hell of a game. Stafford 298 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cooper Kupp had 11 catches for 104 yards. But this was a hell of a game, Ben.
Yeah. Well, I think it hurt LA a little bit to get Puka, kicked out of the game for throwing a punch.
Yep.
You got to be more, kind of cognizant of that. So that kind of boosted Cooper's game. Great game there, though. But I mean, it really comes down to your turnover, your turnover score, in comparison there. And we always say it, you have 3 turnovers or more, you're not going to win the game. And
Yep. Unless
3
you're the
stupid
Vikings.
interceptions. Did they have 3?
Yeah, they had two interceptions and a fumble.
Oh, unless you're the Vikings, yeah. And you're not going to win the game. And 3 interceptions at, like you said, crucial times. And
It's where the interceptions are that are the big thing, right?
Mhm.
Like he threw that one into the. They had like 1st and goal or 2nd and goal, and he throws that one, and it gets returned for a touchdown for 103 yards.
Yep.
Like, A, you can't be throwing red zone interceptions.
When he had two
B,
red zone interceptions today.
Yeah, you two.
Yeah.
But the one that got returned for a touchdown was huge.
Yeah.
I mean, the Seahawks should not have lost this game, dude.
No.
The fact they lost this game is a detriment to how bad they are. Like, bad teams lose games like this.
Yeah.
They're a bad team.
And Geno Smith is not.
No,
He's not a quarterback that's gonna take you to the playoffs, to the Super Bowl.
I mean, he threw for hella yards, but at the same time, is like, dude, you just can't make those mistakes, bro.
Yep.
And he made them.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to the next game. We had Chicago at Arizona. The Cardinals closed 2-point favorites, and the total was 44.5. The Cardinals won 29-9. Total goes under. Cardinals win. Cardinals they really dominated on the ground, 213 rushing yards, and then they just were able to get to Caleb Williams, 6 sacks. That was really the biggest difference in the game. The Bears' offensive line is fucking terrible. Caleb does have a ways to go, I think. There's times where he looks really good, and there's times where, he looks like a rookie.
Yeah.
And, it comes out in the most inopportune moments, but on the flip side, the Cardinals' defense is starting to play good, Ben. And
Yep. That's what I was gonna kind of touch on is, you were saying it that, throughout the season, you're gonna see the defense getting better and better. And we're starting to see the defense getting better and better.
Yep.
I don't put a lot of faith into this Bears team. I think a lot of good defenses are going to feast on the Bears.
Their offensive line is terrible.
Yeah, but they really showed who Caleb was today.
Yep. They got after him, and also I think it's time for the Bears to move on from Matt Eberflus and the head coach, because I mean it's not working, dude. It's the defense is their defense isn't terrible, but the offense just has not improved, and it's actually gotten worse as the season's gone on, and a big part of it is the offensive line. But yeah, I think it's just time for them to move on, and here the Cardinals are, Ben, sitting in the top first place in the NFC West.
Yeah, I don't think it's really gone down. The Bears' offense. I think it was just a matter of the situation, because you get a Rams team who was very injured, then you get your W there. You get a Panthers team who's just terrible.
Yeah.
You get a W there. You get a Jacksonville team who it could be in that just terrible kind of market. And then you get your loss to the Commanders and you get your loss to the Cardinals. Two teams who are up and coming. So I don't necessarily know if they've even, yes, they looked good because they were playing really bad teams, but I put this Bears team in that 75th percentile, where towards the bad side. So I guess the 25th percentile, 25th to 50th, where you're going to beat up on those bad ones, but you're going to get smacked.
They're not bad, but they're not good.
Yeah, they're not bad, but they're below average still.
They're not a playoff team, but they're not a fucking Panthers.
Yeah, they're not a top 5 pick.
Yeah. No, I mean, they have issues though.
Yeah.
Their defense is really banged up today. Obviously Montez Sweat didn't play, and they're missing a lot of key guys on defense, but I mean, they just have way too much talent on offense with DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, what's the fucking wide receiver's name? I can't think of his name right now. The other wide receiver that used to play for the Chargers. Keenan Allen.
Yep.
You just got way too much fucking talent on offense to be to only put up 9 points, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You got to figure it. You got to figure it out.
Yeah.
You got to figure it out. That's the coach's problems. All right, let's move on to the next game. We have the Jags at the Philly at the Eagles. Eagles closed 7.5-point favorites. The total is 46.5. The total went over. and the Eagles win, but don't cover. The Jags cover. They win 20-23. Man, this shit looked like it was gonna soar under, and then the Jaguars scored 16 points in the matter of 3 seconds, and that flipped the whole fucking total. So shout out to anyone that had the over. Count your blessings, man.
Mhm.
Let me know what the fucking lottery ticket is. But man, the Jags are one of those teams, Ben, where it's like, I want to say they're bad, but then it's like they show signs of like being good.
Mhm.
Like today, they showed signs like they got down, but then they like came back, and they made it interesting.
Yeah, but how much was that just Philly giving up?
Nah, Philly never gives
Or
up.
not giving up, but like taking their foot off the gas pedal.
Nah, they didn't take their foot off. They made a lot of dumb decisions. That's what they did.
Yeah.
Their head coach is arguably the dumbest fucking coach on the planet.
Yeah.
He made a lot of terrible decisions, and that's why it haunts the Eagles at times, and it almost came back and haunted them today. But luckily they got that insane touchdown catch from Devontae Smith, and then it was it almost came back to haunt him though.
You see Saquon's backwards hurdle?
Oh yeah, that was dope.
That was pretty dope. Yeah. I'm still on this Jacksonville offense. Like I think they're missing a number one running back and a number one receiver. I don't think they have that guy. I don't think Travis Etienne or Tank Bigsby is that guy. And I don't think, you know, do you say Trammell's their number one? Do you say
Brian Thomas?
Yeah,
Dude, he's
he
hella
wasn't
good, bro.
yeah. He was only targeted 4 times today.
The biggest issue with the Jags is A, their offensive line isn't good, which affects your running game.
Yeah.
And then B, Trevor Lawrence is just like, he's so like, he looks good in games and he like looks absolutely terrible. I mean, he started the game like 3 for 11.
Mhm.
Like and he makes mistakes that you can't make. And when
Yeah.
you're a franchise quarterback and you're getting paid that kind of money, dude, like the expectations are a much higher, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
That's why we shit on Danny Jones all the time. You know what I mean? So, conversations do need to be had about Trevor Lawrence. Like, he's getting paid franchise type money. He was like called a can't miss prospect coming out, but it's like, where is it, dude? Like,
Yeah.
I've seen can't miss prospects like Andrew Luck. I've seen can't miss prospects like Peyton Manning. I've seen these guys play with shit teams and like lead them to winning records and lead them to the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what is the disconnect, right? I know he has a bad offensive line. I get it. But
You
I
still have to
expect
make
more.
plays.
I expect more. And the franchise, they do need to build around him for sure. But it's like, how does he make the playoffs 2 years ago, Ben? And it's like the team has only gotten worse since then.
Mhm. With young guys who should be building into their position.
Yeah. It's a mess. It's a mess out there. And Doug Peterson's probably going to fucking get fired. And then they're going to bring in a new head coach. And it's like, then Trevor Lawrence got to learn something new all over again. It's like,
Mhm.
that's the worst thing is when a young quarterback has to go through like 3 different head coaches. It's like, oh, yeah, this is great.
New system. Yep.
Yep. All right, let's move on to the next game. We have the Chargers at the Browns. Chargers closed 1.5-point favorites. The total was 42. Chargers win 27-10. Pretty much dominated this game from beginning to end. Jameis Winston was he was awful today. 3 interceptions. He threw 2 of them in the fucking red zone too. I mean, this shit was over, man. Chargers look good though.
You thinking Cleveland wants Deshaun back?
No.
No, I know. When's DTR gonna come in?
I don't know, but that's not the answer either. They need to
Oh no, I don't think it is, but
at this point it probably benefits them losing ball games, to be honest.
Yeah.
They should entertain shopping Myles Garrett.
Wow.
Get something for him.
Yeah. That'll get you a first. Would it get you first with his ankles right now?
I think so.
Yeah.
They gotta do something.
Is that somebody uh Detroit goes after because Max Crosby isn't available?
Or the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Cardinals need an edge rusher bad. It's like their one weakness.
Oh wow, Joey Bosa played today, huh?
Yeah, he did.
He's back.
Right before the election.
There we go. Can hang out with his brother in his MAGA hat.
Well, he was only playing because the Browns have a black quarterback, so he was, you know, out there.
Jesus. You're probably not wrong.
Oh, I remember some dude came out and he said that he used to tutor the Bosas. He said they're fucking idiots and they're hella racist.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on to the next game. Patriots at Titans. Patriots closed 3.5-point dogs. 3-point dogs pretty much everywhere. 38.5 was an under. Tennessee wins in overtime 20-17. This game was what you expected from two bad teams.
Yep. Yes, it was.
It was quite the fiasco, but Tennessee ends up winning 20-17. Mason Rudolph had 240 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Drake May had 206 yards, 1 touchdown and an interception. Hey, that final play though, Drake May made, that was a fucking hell of a fucking play though.
Yep.
I
They
couldn't
said
believe it.
he was scrambling for 12 seconds. I don't know if it was actually 12 seconds, but that was the jokes they were making for it.
Bro, I was like, man, it's full of what is he doing? And then he just like
Yeah.
throws it up and it got caught.
It was either going to be a touchdown or a pick six. So
Yep.
it was the way that he threw it. There was a lot of time under that ball too.
Yeah, it was, dude. That's why I was hella shocked it got caught, dude. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But what a game. Tennessee wins 20-17. Two bad teams there. They are they're both tanking.
Yeah.
Next game we had Washington at New York. Washington closed 4-point favorites. The total was 44. The Giants almost backdoored this one, but they missed the 2-point attempt, which so they didn't cover.
That's a New York Giants way.
Yep. Danny Dimes did lead a fucking touchdown drive though at MetLife for the first time in like 600 days, which is fucking quite impressive. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much to say from this. I still don't. I'm not 100% sold on Washington, dude. Like, I don't think they're as good as the market portrays them to be.
No.
But they're definitely a good team and they're a playoff team and they're not a bad team and the Giants are a fucking terrible team. And if the Giants had a better quarterback, the Giants would be a lot better team.
Yeah. Well, I think the big thing too is that the Commanders have been successful on what's been in front of them.
Yeah.
And they haven't had a hard strength of schedule because of where they landed last year. So, the second half of the season is going to be a lot more difficult. You've got 2 against the Cowboys, 2 against the Eagles.
Well, the Cowboys suck. Their quarterback even said they fucking suck.
Yeah.
Did you see that shit?
No.
He was on the sideline and you could totally read his lips and he's like, "We fucking suck."
Oh wow. Yeah. Another person you're paying millions upon millions on, and
Well, he's hurt now too.
yeah. It's atrocious. It's atrocious.
It's terrible.
And talk about beating themselves too, just dumb penalties.
Yeah.
But we'll get there. But yeah, I mean, look at your wins. You got the Bears, the Giants, the Panthers, the Browns, the Cardinals, the Bengals, and the Giants. At the point where they played the Cardinals, I mean, and where they played the Bengals, you've got, 5 wins against probably, the bottom 10 teams there. Maybe not even 10, 7.
Yeah,
So, but you can only play who's in front of you.
you can. That's true. And they're gonna make the playoffs.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to the next game. We had Denver at Baltimore. Baltimore closed 9-point favorites. The total is 46.5. The Ravens just absolutely fucking dominated this game, 41-10. Just a masterclass from Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, 16 of 19, 280 yards, 3 touchdowns. Derrick Henry, 106 rushing yards. Zay Flowers, 5 catches, 127 yards. I mean, this game, they just absolutely dominated. We were talking before he came on air, and I was, normally I like betting dogs, especially big dogs in the NFL, and I wanted nothing to do with this game, dude.
Mhm.
I was like, I'm staying away because Baltimore probably fucking smokes them, and sure enough, Baltimore did. Like, Denver's been winning games, but they've been winning games against bad teams, man.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this is the exact same thing that we just talked about with Washington. It's that they've been winning against the bottom teams in the league, and this was a very big test for them, and they did not succeed. And they got another one next week. They got Kansas City next week.
Yep.
So, we talked about it. These were gonna, and then Falcons right after that. So you've got 3 weeks of strong football to see who are you really a legitimate team. And again, they're a year or 2, 3 years away because of their division.
Yep.
So-
Agreed. All right, let's move on to and on the flip side, Ben, Baltimore, Chiefs, Lions, 3 best teams in football.
Baltimore, Chiefs, Lions.
Not in that order, but those
Yes.
3 best teams.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next game. We had Dallas at Atlanta. Atlanta closed 3.5-point favorites. The total was 52. Atlanta wins 27-21. Dak Prescott did get hurt in this game. But as Ben was alluding to earlier, Dallas made a lot of fucking mental mistakes. I think they were like 0-13 on 3rd and 4th down at one point in the game.
Mhm.
Just could not get a first down. But yeah, like I said, Dak said it on the broadcast. You could see him reading his lips. He said, "We fucking suck, dude, and this team fucking sucks."
Yeah, they looked better with Cooper Rush in there.
Woo!
They really did.
Shit.
Um,
Don't start a quarterback controversy, Ben. Dak's making a lot of coin.
yeah, and Dak's playing like we'd expect Cooper Rush to be playing.
Shit.
He was bad.
Dog shit.
He was very bad today. But again, a lot of stupid penalties on Dallas, a lot of dumb coaching plays, coaching calls today. The fake punt on your, what was it, the 35-yard line? Like, what are you doing on a 4th and 6 or 7?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that fake punt was fucking so bad.
What are you fucking doing?
And then not knowing the rules that because it's technically a punt formation, that there's no such thing as pass interference.
Pass interference, yeah.
And the fucking defender just tackled the dude, and the Cowboys are just looking around like, that's pass interference.
Yeah.
And they know the fucking rules, dude.
They went for it on 4th downs 5 times and they only converted once. They were 3 for 13 on 3rd down. Just atrocious.
Bad football club there.
Yep.
Jerry
Surprising
Jones,
that they didn't have any turnovers.
Bro, Jerry Jones losing his shit, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not even shocked.
Yep.
Fuck the Cowboys.
I'm right there with you.
Fuck them.
So is George Kittle.
Yeah, they're a really bad team, man. I don't even know what to say. They're not a good team. They're not even in that middle tier of teams. They suck.
Yeah.
They fucking suck. They suck
They're
at all phases.
top 10 pick this year.
They can't run the football and they can't fucking defend for shit.
Yeah.
Their defense is terrible. All right, let's
Their
move on
defense was also banged up too, but
yes, it is. It is. Let's move on to the next game. Miami at Buffalo. Buffalo closed 6-point favorites. The total was 49. The total goes over. Buffalo wins 30-27. Miami covers the number. This was a wild game, dude. This was probably the best game. This and the Rams game was probably the two best games of the day, in my opinion. This game was very back and forth. Just it was a great football game, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good football game. And Miami is definitely a different team with Tua. Tua
Very much so.
25 of 28, 231 yards, 2 touchdowns. They looked a lot better. But Josh Allen and the Bills get the dub.
Yep. And I wonder how long Tua's going to be there.
Oh, yeah, he's another hit away from fucking being cooked. Every time he runs the ball or starts scrambling and shit, I'm like, oh my god.
Yep.
This fool might die.
Yeah. Or he'll be in a wheelchair for the rest of his life.
Yeah. I was on the Dolphins in this game because this was their season, in my opinion. And the fact they lost, they basically have no shot at the division now. But I mean, they had to give a full-fledged effort here because, like I said, they had to win this game, and unfortunately they didn't. But, well, unfortunately for them, they didn't.
Yeah.
But now the division is just Buffalo could basically fucking lose all the rest of their division games and still win this division, even though they're not going to lose.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're in total control of the division.
Yep. The number 2 team, Jets, at 3-6.
Yeah. It's a terrible Jets team.
Yep.
Terrible Jets team. All right. Next game, New Orleans at Carolina. New Orleans closed 7-point favorites. I don't know why the fuck they were laying 7 against anyone. And the total was 43.5.
Derek Carr came back.
Didn't even matter.
Nope. I completely.
They lose the game outright. Although Carr wasn't terrible.
He wasn't. I was trying to pull up. I was looking at this earlier. Let's see. Michael Thomas went on a rant after the game.
What did he say?
Dude, scary and panic and just throw the ball. And this was on Olave's concussion. Dude, scary and panic and just throw the ball. Get him the fuck out of here. He's so ass.
Huh. Damn. The Slant King, Michael Thomas.
Dude tried to lie and say I was jealous of them making Chris wide receiver 1 whole time, and he can't even get him a decent ball. He needs his ass whooped.
Damn, yeah, he did get fucking Olave blasted. That shit was nasty.
Yep.
But luckily, Chris Olave is okay. Bad loss for the Saints, though, man. You rush for 197 yards and fucking lose the game. I mean, you outgained Carolina by a ton and fucking lose the game. Just terrible, terrible loss. Dennis Allen definitely getting fired for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder what's going to happen in New Orleans.
Well, Bryce gets his first win of the season, right?
Yeah. Yep. Because Dalton had the other win.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was big.
Oh, yeah, that was a nasty hit.
Yeah, you got fucking blasted, dude.
I don't see that as being on Carr, though.
He threw it late. That's why.
Okay.
But yeah, it wasn't. He just got blasted.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next game. We had the Raiders at Bengals. Bengals closed 8-point favorites. The total was 45. Bengals win 41-24. The Raiders actually led this game 10-3 right before half. And then it was all downhill. Or 10, I'm sorry, they led
They led 10-3 at the start of the second quarter.
Yeah.
They were down 17-10 at half.
No. They led 10-7. Or 10, it was 10-10. And then 17-10. The Raiders are just they're just a terrible fucking team, dude.
Yeah.
And they benched Gardner Minshew. What's that?
What's wrong with AOC?
He's hurt.
Thumb, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He sucks too, though.
Oh yeah, no. He's better than Desmond Ritter though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, you're probably better than Desmond Ritter.
It's true.
I mean, they're a bad football team, dude.
Yep.
They're bottom of the barrel bad.
Max has got to get traded, right?
You would think so.
They're saying no though.
I mean, they're saying no, but they could just be saying that right now. I mean, he said he doesn't want to be traded, but he also said he doesn't want to go through a rebuild. And I'm sorry, bro. The Raiders need a full ass rebuilding, and signing Antonio Pierce as your head coach was a fucking joke to begin with. Like, the dude had a good end of the year. He won like 3 games and shit. And I kept telling people, bro, I was like, dude, this shit's Fugazi, man. Like, you guys are fooling yourselves, man. He's not a fucking head coach. And here we are. And like, they didn't upgrade the quarterback position. And they won those games because their defense was good last year in those games. And their defense is nowhere near as good this year, Ben. And they upgraded their defense. They upgraded the players on their defense.
Yep.
So it's like, what is actually going on in that fucking locker room, in that organization?
They made Joe Burrow look like Joe Montana today.
Hey, Burrow, fucking 5 touchdowns, man. Fucking, and he actually threw 6 touchdowns because he threw a touchdown to the Raiders too. So it's pretty impressive. It's pretty fucking impressive.
Chase Brown had a day too.
Oh, I mean, the Bengals offense, just like the Raiders couldn't stop anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a defensive head coach, and the defense is supposed to be the best part of your team, and you guys can't stop. And this isn't just this week; it's every fucking week.
It's every week, yeah.
They suck. They are fucking terrible, dude.
Yep.
It's like Raiders fans on Twitter, dude. Like before the year, or like after the first week or two. Oh, our defense is hella good though. Blah blah. Like no, dude, your defense fucking sucks. Your head coach stinks.
Yeah.
He should be a linebacker coach or defensive coordinator at best. He's not a fucking head coach.
Yeah, they thought they were going to the Super Bowl after they beat the Ravens.
Every dog has their day.
Yep.
All right, let's look ahead to this Monday night game, Ben. We have Kansas City. They will be hosting Tampa Bay, the extremely banged up Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
The total is at 9.5 right now. I mean, the Kansas City's laying 9.5, and the total is at 45.5. What's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, this is tough because Kansas City doesn't win big.
They will tomorrow night.
Yeah, but you mentioned like everybody's hurt.
Everybody on, dude. Who the fuck is Baker Mayfield throwing the ball to tomorrow? No Mike Evans, no Godwin.
Yeah. Is Bucky Irving playing?
He's questionable.
Yeah, this is just questionable. But he can't do everything. Let's see. Who are they actually throwing to? Trey Palmer. Sterling Shepard is questionable. Raheem Jarrett and Ryan Miller. Cade Otton. Maybe put like Cade on for an anytime touchdown.
Antoine Winfield probably not playing on defense too.
Let's see what does Bucky Irving say.
Bucky Irving's questionable. He was a limited participant in practice, so he'll probably play.
Perfecto. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be the problem, and Kansas City's defense is so strong that
so strong.
I
laid the 9. I don't even fucking care, dude. Like,
yeah,
it's probably the one time I lay hella points and I'll lose, but I don't see how the fucking Bucs keep it close, dude. I really don't.
Yeah, but then Kansas City always allows like teams to keep it close.
Kansas City doesn't normally blow teams out, I agree, but I don't see a world
Their biggest win this year. Hold on.
They won by Kansas City beat the Niners by
by 13. That was their biggest win. Or no, sorry, the Niners was only 10. It was the Saints that was 13.
yeah.
Raiders 7, Niners 10, Saints 13, Chargers 7, Falcons 5, Bengals 1, and Baltimore 7. Like, that's the only problem I have betting this -9.
Nah, they're gonna fucking blow them out, dude.
I mean, they should, but they'd love to keep. Oh, no. Okay, sorry.
Bucks.
Raiders at league worst 2-7 and fire OC and 2 others.
They fired Getz.
Getsy, yep. Fired offensive line coach James Craig and quarterback coach Rich Sangarello.
Raiders, dude.
Yeah, so that's my only issue with this. I'm looking at what our live line is right now.
I'm laying it. I'm laying it because I just don't. The Bucks are so banged up, dude. I just don't see a world where they.
Yeah, it's at 9 right now. Over under 45.5. I almost like the under on that.
I would only like the under because I don't know if the Bucks are gonna score, which means I would like because the Tampa's gonna. I mean, Kansas City's gonna score because everybody scores on. Tampa has the 30th ranked defense in the NFL.
Oh wow, okay.
They're 30th in yards. They're giving up 6.2 yards per play, Ben.
Damn.
Yeah. I gotta take the. I hate laying that many points, but it's either Chiefs or nothing, dude.
Yeah.
And I
you
think,
fucking chalky motherfucker.
I think the Chiefs fucking smoke them tomorrow, bro. I really do. I really fucking do. I really do. Because I'm with you. It's like, yeah, I don't want to play the over because I don't think the Bucks are going to score that much on the Chiefs defense. But at the same time, it's like fucking the Tampa Bay defense fucking sucks.
Yep. Yeah.
And Tampa Bay, like they don't rush for a lot of yards per game, and Chiefs are the best second best rush defense in the league, and they only give up 212 pass yards a game. So, give me the Chiefs -9.
Yep.
Here we go.
All right, let's get some best bets for tomorrow, Ben. What do you like?
All right, since you're going to be taking the Chiefs, I'm going to go with the under 45.5. We just said it. The Tampa Bay is just going to struggle to score points. So you might want to also look at like Tampa Bay team total under, depending on where it's at.
Yeah,
obviously.
It's like 17.5 right now.
Oh, you see? Okay, I didn't see it on mine. 17.5. Oof,
it's low. Yeah.
It's low. Yeah,
they probably do go under though. It's probably gonna
Could
be like
happen.
my guess is this game's gonna be like 30 or like 28 to like 13.
Yeah, I was gonna say 27-13. So yeah, like, what are you thinking?
20-13, 27-13, yeah, around there. All right, my first best bet tomorrow is gonna be Mavericks -5. They are coming off a back-to-back, but I don't even care. I don't care because they didn't even play any starters in the fourth quarter today because they had such a big lead. And the Pacers are fraudulent. They are a very fraudulent team this year. So I love the Mavericks -5 tomorrow. Like the Chiefs -9, which we talked about a second ago. And then I'm also going to play Oregon -16.5 college hoops tomorrow, baby, against UC Riverside. college basketball is here, Ben.
You just shouted out UC Riverside like we went there.
No, I said against UC Riverside.
Yeah.
Oregon's gonna smack UC Riverside tomorrow. I'm high on Oregon this year. I played them to win the national championship. I think I got them like 500 or 50 to 1. They're gonna be. That's a good team.
There we go.
It's a good team out there. Also, might play Santa Clara in the morning, -1.5 against St. Louis. It's gonna be a great game at 11 in the morning on the west coast. St. Louis new coach Josh Schertz, who came from Indiana State, had their biggest year last year. They brought in Robbie Avila, transfer from Indiana State. However, Santa Clara, pretty good team. Herb Sendek, hell of a fucking coach. Returns Adama Ball, who's a future NBA player. Johnny O'Neal, and they got a pretty good team, man. I think they're kind of slept on in this spot. So
Okay.
Also looking for Santa Clara, they're -1.5. I'm only playing West Coast hoops this year in college basketball, Ben.
Okay.
I'm focusing on the West Coast, and I'll let Triggin, AK, feed me the East Coast hoops.
There we go.
And I'll focus on the West Coast. And then San Jose State plays tomorrow. We play Western Illinois. We're laying 9.5, which is way too many points. We shouldn't even be laying 9.5 against fucking Lee High School. So, I'll probably be on Western Illinois there. There isn't an official line out yet, but
And it'll be up at some point.
yeah, we should not be fucking. No, that's crazy, bro. We're not a good fucking team. But you know how it goes.
Yep.
Tim Miles is a hell of a coach, though, so I'm hoping he does well because we deserve it. But thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll be back next Sunday. We're taking the Tuesday show off this week. Ben's got shit to do, so we'll be back on Sunday night, recapping NFL Week 10. And then the following week, we'll be starting our baseball off-season shows, which we'll be giving you guys more information on. So hang out with us. We really appreciate it. Make sure to download the Sharps app, SHARPZ, straight to your mobile device. Use promo code JORD517. It's free to download, free to use. Track your bets. Become a better Sharps app. You can follow us on Instagram at Taproom Sports Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Taproom_sports. You can follow myself at Jordan Rules TSP. Thank you for hanging out with us again. We appreciate y'all. Have a blessed night. Peace.
Later.